Is Arc 5 retarded right now? Is it actually retarded? Like, it can't get worse than this. So I was just watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything's, or Dylan's, um, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 spoiler analysis for the final two episodes. Big shout out to Speed White Knight for posting those summaries all the time. You know, when the episodes actually air. And his Tumblr link with the episode summaries will be down in the description below. But never mind that. Let's get right into the video. What I think of Arc 5 now, like we have the final two episodes where, you know, back to the whole Zark fiasco thing. You know, when Yugioh became, you know, that was actually a very, very interesting concept. You have the main protagonist who's been with you like for what, 3 years now? I'm not sure, maybe 2 to 3 years. I'm not sure how long Arc 5 has been going on. And the main protagonist becomes the main antagonist in the final arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Then we had like a bunch of one-shot duels against not one-off characters, but you know, not the main character himself, because he was basically a villain at the time. So the only time we have ever seen a protagonist versus himself is in the ceremonial duel between Atem and Yugimoto. But since that's not the case, you guys still within Zark, and everything, you know, everything that Zark does is basically kind of like Yuya's doing, because they're sharing the same body, and therefore they cannot duel unless in his mind, which kind of wouldn't make sense at all. But this crap doesn't even make as much sense as that would. I mean, this is like, that was like far fanfiction shit, but this is just retarded. Like, we had a bunch of one-shot duels against characters such as Gungenzaka, Jack Atlas. I believe, correct me on this if I'm wrong, but since it's been like a long time since I watched the episodes, during the final, like the Zark duels, I believe that Crow was one of the first people to actually duel and lose to Zark. Him and Sora, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know. But those duels were disappointing. They were really disappointing. And then, like, I believe that Rayra was the one to actually blow the fuck out and obtain Zark within himself, absorb Zark within himself, and during the whole explosion or implosion, however you want to call it, the world split back into like 4 dimensions, and everything was back to start. You know, the standard dimension has been reset to being the pendulum dimension, and Rayra was like a infant, showing in like previews and then the episodes and stuff like that. Yeah, like just like just for that reboot thing, I'm not, like, I know they got their memories back and shit, but that's not it. Like, what kind of writing staff makes this? Like, I I genuinely can't get over the fact that they did a fucking reboot when they were like, what, 8, 9 episodes into 10 tops, until like the end of the show, and like, what? You fucking do a reboot and then, no, it was like all over the place. Even though I know that Arc 5 is like unpredictable and it's basically a fucking fiasco and a fucking thunderstorm so far, I'm really excited for the ending of Yuya and Yusho's, not Yusho, sorry. I really wish that Yusho was the one dueling Yuya now, but I guess that we won't be able to see this, or see that. What we actually see is like Reiji versus fucking Yuya, and I gotta say, I am excited for the actual ending, or like the actual result. the movie, but the movie. What the fuck am I saying? Like, excuse me. The actual ending of the duel, but it's not something I would have imagined for a Yu-Gi-Oh anime to end on such. I don't know. I'm excited for Reigns though, but I just stick to Arc 5 now. It's been a disaster so far, and I don't know what to say. Like, it had so much great potential, and like the final battle is like Protitan versus Reggie. I think you've already seen this. I would have enjoyed it if it was like Yugioh versus his father, Yugioh. That would make a lot more sense though, because Yugioh, his father, was the one to actually taught him the means of dueling or entertainment dueling, and it would be kind of like a nice concept, you know, seeing Yugioh actually overthrown his father or something like that. But I just want to rant this out. Like, Arc 5 has been a real, utter, repulsive disaster, and if they surprise me with these last 2 episodes, if they pull up a fucking miracle and they summon fucking Jesus to do the... I don't know what to say. But like, unless they do that, which I'm sure they won't, because it's fucking impossible. They can't do it right now. Unless they do that, I'm gonna be disappointed in Arc 5. I'm gonna bomb you guys out with videos on like stuff on like how Arc 5 should have ended. You know, some disappointments in Arc 5, something. Because I truly think that this potential of the show should be expressed and thought about out there. I should put it out there so that you guys know my stance on, my expanded stance maybe on the potential that Arc 5 had and yet failed to accomplish. So yeah, we're gonna put it out until, like, I'm gonna bet everything I have, like every reputation and every positive thing I can think of Arc 5 on these last 2 episodes. And I'm gonna bet that, not my reputation, I'm gonna bet Arc 5's reputation in my eyes on this last 2 final episodes. And I'm sure that it's gonna be okay at the very least, but it's not gonna be great as it should have been. So yeah, this has been Blade from Yu-Gi-Oh! Nation, signing out.